This podcast is not a substitute for a relationship with a mental health professional. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of the Mental Health is a Lifestyle podcast by your girl, Andrea Wise Brown. And guess what, y'all? We have somebody back who I'm gonna say, and by popular demand.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. We have our brother back, Stephen Dixon. Hey.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Where's that clap?
Yeah, this is. I thought y'all gonna add this in.
We can't afford that.
Y'all not there yet? All right, soon. We had the applause come in.
Absolutely. So thank you, my brother, for joining me again.
Thanks for having me.
So we are here to do a new series. And this is in all seriousness. Oh, wait, hold on, y'all. We got to take care of business. Before we can move any further, what I need you guys to do is to hit that subscribe button, the like button, and to share the episode. Share. Because this is going to be some good life-changing stuff. Some great material. Okay. So the reason why I asked you back, Stephen, is because the last podcast that we did together, we kind of talked about your book. And this was a book that you wrote some years ago. About how long ago?
Well, it's been about 12, 13 years.
That's right, about 12, 13 years ago. And you have evolved since you've written that book.
I have.
Absolutely. However, you haven't lost touch with reality, right? No. That's right. And the struggle that a lot of men go through.
Yeah.
Now I want to go deeper because I want to go. I want to go deeper so that we can, understand the root of the why, so that we can create change.
Yes.
Our men need us.
Yes.
And this is the thing, right? The name of your book was "Men Don't Heal, We Hope." Right?
Yeah.
And it was about the emotional instability of men.
Yes.
Yeah. So before we talk about where you are now, if you want to do a little recap on that, so they can hear your voice, hear your beautiful voice.
Thanks for having me back. Yeah. Thanks for the compliments. Appreciate your audience and your folks. Definitely subscribe. And I think it's a wonderful podcast. What you're doing is amazing. Men Don't Heal, We Hold was about recognizing that as a man, I hadn't really gotten in touch with my own feelings and emotions, leading to the subtitle, a book about the emotional instability of men. Just not even knowing that I had emotions. Yeah. I come up as football player, basketball player, home of a single mother, where I had to grow as a man and be responsible for younger siblings. So I didn't get to have that opportunity to figure out my feelings as a young man. And I didn't know that I had to figure them out as an older man. And so Men Don't Heal, We Hope was about learning that, hey, when we're hurting as an average man, when we're hurting, we believe that we feel that hurt with another woman. The next woman, this woman may have hurt me or I may have hurt her, but the next woman's going to make that better. There was nothing wrong with me.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
The next woman is going to fix that and going to make that other woman feel like she made a mistake. She's going to make me feel better about me instead of learning what I'm missing or what I'm needing or my goals, my ambitions. Do I just need encouragement? Do I just need support? Do I need love? Just not even acknowledging those things exist. Everything was external. Everything was physical. Yeah. Right? Like hurt is not internal. Hurt is external.
Oh.
That's what we thought. That's what a lot of men still think.
I know. So give me an example of that. That's so good. That's so good.
What
hurt being external. Yeah.
Yeah, hurt being external, meaning like if we were, when I remember being young and I would get hurt playing football. And my coach would say, are you injured or are you hurt? Injured meaning I can't continue to go on. Hurt means it's going to be uncomfortable. And so that was the first time I was really ever even acknowledged pain, But even then, it was more of him asking me to continue to play. He wasn't really asking me if I needed to come out. It was more like he's putting the onus on me to say, hey, coach, I can still go.
Wow. That's
and
right.
so since I can still go, that's my first experience with emotions, I applied that to the rest of my life. So when I'm walking around, I'm having a debate, discussion with my girl, am I angry? I'm not really looking at, is this a real problem? This is not a real problem. This is something I just need to push through. And so I would apply that physical hurt to the same internal hurt. And that was where we got broken.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. And guess what? What I'm also going to show you as a relationship coach, because that's the thing. I want to reintroduce you. But as a relationship coach, I'm a psychotherapist. So we work with people. We inspire people. We help people to live their best lives. But I'm going to challenge you. And on this, you're going to challenge me too.
Okay. That's good.
As a woman. Yeah. Okay. There we go. But I'm going to challenge you by saying it happened even before then. Yeah, it happened before then. However, the coach reinforced it.
Yes.
Got me? So he reinforced it as in a male to male situation. Like he reinforced that you can't feel anything. You're like, there's only two emotions that you can feel. And one of them is get up and go home. Or the other one is pull your stuff together and get back on this feet.
Absolutely.
Push through. Screw your feelings. What is that?
Right.
Oh, and we're going to talk about that. Yeah, because there's actually, men walk around, unbeknownst to you guys, it's a depressive state.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a normative male depression. Yeah, and it comes from being learned, comes from society teaching you, all men, boys and men, that you can't have feelings.
Absolutely. Yeah. Society has taught us that. And we, not only is society feeding us that with the example I give my coach, but also we're taught that. Because even let's say we're a 12-year-old boy. I'm with my 12-year-old friends. I fall down. My 12-year-old friends are like, get up. And then if I don't get up, they laugh. Because we are all taught in community that we're tough and we cannot have hurt. So if I'm not getting it at home where someone's saying to me, my mother, my father, and I didn't know my father. I didn't have my father in my life. Ever. I've never had my father in my life. But my mother really wearing that father and mother role at the same time while raising 3 kids.
Yes.
So she didn't have the time to sit with me and confirm my emotions and teach me how to feel about my emotions. And actually, we have to take our men and we got to talk through emotions with them and say these things are okay. It's okay to express yourself. It's okay to feel hurt, to feel pain, to feel disappointment, to feel frustrated, things like that. And so if we're not taught it at home and then we don't learn it with our friends and then society and community teach us that you just got to be tough. Emotion is tough, just being tough. So you can't be hurt. You have to just push through everything. No matter what. It could be an interaction on the way home from school, or you had a misunderstanding with somebody at the grocery store getting 12 years old.
That's right.
It doesn't matter. Push through. Don't be hurt.
That's so good. That's so good. That's so good. It's so unhealthy, but when I'm saying it's so good that you're saying that now, because I do believe that that's what a lot of men feel. And it's just, like you said, it's perpetuated in all situations, right? And so the socially acceptable way for a man to express anything that he feels, not even knowing that he feels, because he shut his feelings down because society told him to. I mean, even his mother told him to. I mean, even if he was in a relationship with his father, his father told him to, right? You don't just cry. So, that's perpetuated. And so now the socially acceptable way to express anything that I'm feeling that I don't like is usually anger.
Absolutely. Anger is accepted.
It's accepted.
We really can stop right there and say, as a black man, as a young black man,
come on.
When you're angry, that's accepted. Like, okay, you're angry.
Yeah.
You're angry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right, and everything was angry, right?
Everything.
Nothing is hurt. Nothing is pain. Nothing is discomfort. Nothing is frustration. Everything is angry.
Nothing is sad.
Nothing is sad.
Right? Nothing is minimized. Nothing is overlooked. right?
Yes.
Nothing. Yeah, like
And I
right.
don't care if you're happy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't even care about that, about you being
Ooh,
happy.
ooh,
And,
Lord have mercy.
And really, when I was about 23, I went to a counselor for the first time.
Okay.
And I remember the counselor asking me, "How do you feel?"
Yeah.
And I talked about this. I've talked about this previously, I think, on a podcast.
Yeah, you sure did. I want you to go there.
Just do it again. Just you need to say it over and over and over again.
And I'm going to tell you why, but go ahead. Go there. This is good.
She said to me, "How do you feel?" And I said, "I'm hungry. I missed lunch." And she's like, no. How do you feel? And I was like, I was up late. I didn't get to sleep. And she's like, no, how do you feel? And I was like, I just told you how I feel. I was hungry and sleepy. Oh, I'm tired. That's all three. That's the three emotions. Are those three emotions?
Wow. No.
I thought hungry, sleepy, and tired was an emotion.
No, they're physical responses to your needs.
I hadn't even tapped in like that.
But you didn't know how to, right?
Never been introduced to actually like feeling was tired.
Lord have mercy.
That's the only time I got asked how I felt was when I'm ready to go play the game. Really, are you ready to play the game? That's how you feel. And so I believed until I was the age of 23, 25, somewhere around there, that hungry was an emotion. And I'm not talking about believing from a mental space.
I got you.
The audience doesn't get that.
No.
It wasn't an intellectual problem.
Yes.
It was just that I never touched into or was led to say, no, how are you spiritually?
Come on now.
Right? How are you feeling? Like, are you upset?
Yes.
Are you ready? Are you mentally in the right space?
Yes.
Are you ready to compete in a mental space, not just physically? And as a man, we're always asked how we are physically. But not emotionally, mentally, spiritually, those types of things. And so it was just a breakthrough in that moment for me to say, oh, and I was married at the time. And it was like, oh, someone's asking me how I feel. And I really had to take a step back to start that process of saying, what do I need? What do I need out of my God? What do I need for me? What do I want? What are my desires? What do I need to ask my wife? What do I want out of life? Things like that. For the first time, I started asking myself questions. So I was going through life just basically being active.
Lord have
just
mercy.
Going.
Yes.
Not feeling anything. Like, oh, I'm supposed to go to college. Okay, I'm going to go to college.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, I'm on football scholarship. Play football practice. Okay, I go.
Yes.
You know, oh, me and girlfriend have a fight. We break up.
Yeah.
Oh, at the college, we're supposed to just get married. That's what we're supposed to do. Like, I'm just doing and being active and not feeling anything.
That's so good. And so let me tell you what that leads to, my brother. What that leads to is finding happiness, which is fleeting, and coping skills, right? But maladaptive coping skills, you feel me? So coping skills such as, so if I'm just moving through life as a robot without feeling, without connection, then, I mean, why can't I hope? Right? Because if I'm not feeling anything, but I really feel discontent, but it just is itchy. I don't know. So society tells me that it's acceptable to, let me have fun with her. Oh, let me see. She look fun. Oh, let me see. She look fun. But yet still do what society says do. So that's either have a girlfriend or not, or a wife or not. But you know, this is what I'm taught. And this is what I've seen too. Yes. I've heard it on TV, on radio, in songs. This is what you're supposed to have, a side chick, a main chick, you know. So this is normal. Like, oh, this is the thing. Yeah.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So when somebody gets mad at me or charges me up or calls me bad, it's like, what? Like, that's your problem because you didn't do this to make me happy, or you didn't do, you know what I'm saying? And it's projecting onto you when really, going back to what you're saying, it was really about you not even knowing how to access your feeling to know what you really wanted. And in addition to that, not just side chicks or extra relationships with women, but alcohol, drugs, pornography, right? This is where men learn these coping skills when they don't know how to feel.
We have no idea how to feel. And the coping skills, that is really it, right? Like
they maladaptive coping skills.
Right.
But they coping skills.
Instead of sitting on the couch with you.
Come on now.
And working through and walking through and unpacking, unpeeling all of that, how we feel.
Yes.
we just were taught to just go get another woman.
Yes.
Don't worry about how you feel. Don't do that. Just go get another woman, and she's gonna make you feel good for that moment.
Come on.
And then you're confused and thinking that solved the problem.
Yeah. Until she mess up or
Until
get on your nerve or call you out on something, right?
Yeah, she want me to just be with her.
Yeah, come on.
You know, no,
Yeah.
you just solved how I felt on that day.
Yes.
And really, I can't understand at that moment. I'll never forget the first time I really felt love was when, I bet a lot of men will get this too. Like when my wife, before we got married, one day she was like, "What are we doing?" And I was like, "We chilling." What do you mean? We're having great sex and we have fun. And she was like, "No, what are we doing? Like, where are we going? What are we? Is this serious? Is this going to lead to marriage, family, kids, houses, wealth building, things like that?" And I was just like, "We chilling. Like, what we doing? What we supposed to be doing?" And that woman got up and left.
What do you mean she got up and left?
She just got up and vamoose, like just disappeared. And I sit there for a second in my whole masculinity.
Oh, come on, masculinity.
She can leave. I did that for about a minute and a half before something in my chest.
Oh, what happened?
And it wasn't physical.
Oh, it was percolating.
Yeah, it was. It's about 90 seconds. She had a long walk out of the restaurant into the, and then it was just like, just getting a little deeper. And now that she's out of sight, I'm like, I love her.
Oh, come on now. I love her.
I think that's what that is. I saw it on TV once. But I thought they were just reading from a script. I didn't think they really had I didn't know, because I've been, of course, 23 years old. Right. Of course, I've told a lot of women I loved them. They wanted me to.
Oh, that's good.
She loved me.
That was another thing that you were supposed to do.
Right. Yes, I love you too. Yes.
So
can we continue? Yes.
That's good.
Yes, I love you too. Yes. Okay. And so, yeah. But then to actually have it resonate in me, in my spirit, and feel like when she left, at first being, she can go, we're going to get her to come over here and take her spot anyway. It's no big deal. But then as she gets out of view, and I kind of feel it in my spirit, in my soul, in my heart, and I'm like, wait a minute, something's different with her leaving. Because ordinarily when a woman leaves, I don't care.
But this one was different.
This one was different. I think I love her. And so I just sprung out of my seat and I ran behind that woman and I was like, wait a minute, woman. I don't know what's going on. Give me a minute. Something's different with me. Just hold on. Just wait. Just give me a minute. I don't know what's going on, but something is not right. And I stretched, and it's not physical. So, you love me. I love you. I know I said it before. We've been saying it for a while.
Oh, yeah, because it was cute. It was easy.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Checking boxes.
Right. I love you too. Yes, love. Ooh, gifts. And it's our anniversary. You know, we've been dating a year or 2 years. It's our anniversary.
Yeah. It's, some women, we keep up with them dates. Yeah. Our first date, deal. Anniversary.
Yes. Oh, yes. Let's do all that sentimental stuff. Yes. But wait. I love her. And it wasn't till she left that I was like, oh, that feeling is love. How do women get there? See, I think it is women get to see it. Remember I said I didn't grow up with a male figure.
Yes.
Which again is the greatest tragedy to man.
Yes.
Is to not have witnessed a man love a woman when you're a boy. So I never saw my mother being loved. I saw my mother fighting. I saw my mother not being loved. I saw my mother being disrespected. I saw men that I wanted to fight because of the way they treated my mother, but I didn't see her loved. So if I didn't see it modeled, I didn't know what it was. I couldn't feel it. What is that? It was foreign to me. So we have men leaving households at 18.
Come on.
Never having seen love be exhibited. Never having seen a man be vulnerable. But women get to see that, right?
Yeah. So women get to see vulnerability a lot more than men. But I also believe that we all have intuition, but I think women are more intuitive, as mothers, as nurturers, than men. And so, women I think are more connected, like you said, because it's socially acceptable they're more connected to their heart and to feeling. So yes, I'm going to agree with you on that because you did say that before. So yeah, so when a woman is interacting with a man, yeah, she already knows.
She knows how she feels.
Like she already knows. There's so many women that could tell you when you first meet a man, maybe not in the first meeting, but maybe about 3 dates down, you think to yourself as a woman, because he resonates, his spirit resonates with me, whatever it is, even if it's dysfunctional, there's this resonance that I'm feeling, he makes me feel. And it's usually something that they've been missing at home. But then on the other hand, it's something that they're also used to. And we can get into that another time. Our series is not about women, but there's some resonance that they feel where they decide. Women will decide in a moment, like, yeah, he gonna be mine.
My wife says she knew the moment she met me.
I'm telling you.
She was like, that is my husband.
I'm telling you. That's when you know. When you know.
If you compare the groups, like I gave the example of me being a 12-year-old boy, my 12-year-old friends, and I fall down and they laugh at me. A 12-year-old girl falls down with her friends. All the girls in unison love on her and tell her that I'm going to lift you up. I'm going to support you.
Yeah.
There's
not all the girls. Okay, you got some haters that's probably going to laugh at you.
I'm glad you got hurt. I'm glad you bust your knee open.
Because you go with the boy that I like, okay? That's all the
besides her.
Besides her. But no, you're right. Most of them.
Girls.
But guess what? Not only the other girls rally around her, but if there was a teacher or an adult or something, and they were to see the little girl, right? Yes. They reinforce, oh my gosh, get up, you okay? Did she need to go to the office? Did you get a Band-Aid? And if there were a boy, not only would the boys laugh, but a coach or a man would laugh too, right? Yep. Normally, let's just say we are generally speaking, and tell them what? Get up, boy.
Get up.
Don't you cry. You better. I know you don't look like you ain't cry. You can't cry anyway.
Right.
And that's perpetuated.
Absolutely. My mother did that. My mother felt like since there was no man around, she would be tougher on
Lord have mercy.
So when I remember times when I would fall down, hurt or something, my mother would tell me to stop crying. And I felt like she was aggressive in the moment. But I remember kind of feeling like, oh, mom is she's trying to wear the male response. She's trying to make sure that her son is not soft. So my mother was always harder on me to make sure that I can be a leader. Yeah. She created a great leader in me. Yeah. But that side of me being emotional, again, was perpetuated in terms of not dwelling in it and seeing how we feel about it. And so going from that 12-year-old place and you fell down, you got hurt. So now you're in a dating relationship as a young woman. You break up with your boyfriend, girls again hug and love you.
Oh, absolutely.
Boys, we break up with a girl and we just move on.
Well, because all of you were taught that that's what you do.
Men don't heal, we out.
Men don't heal, we out.
Next.
That's right.
Hey, family. Just stop by here for a couple of seconds. Have something for you. This right here is a go-to guide. The name of it is 6 Pillars to Power Up Your Mind and to Make Mental Health a Lifestyle. This teaches you everything that you need to know to keep your mind healthy and strong. So come on now. If you want to keep your minds healthy and strong, as you have joined a part of our movement, you've joined this mission, you got to know how to do it. So this is your go-to guide. Going to get this at awisebrown.com. In addition to that, what you'll learn in this book is there are other ways to keep your mind healthy and strong, nice and alert, and that would be aromatherapy. Family, I'm trying to tell you something. This is delicious. Oh my goodness. This is a cruelty-free candle with no paraffins, no formaldehyde, and no known suspected carcinogenics. And the name of it is A Slice of Happiness, because when you smell it, it raises the endorphins in your brain. I'm just telling you. And the dopamine, it makes you feel good. You get a burst of happiness. You can burn it, or you can just walk by and smell it. You can find this too at awisebrown.com. People are loving it. Please get it before it sells out. A Slice of Happiness. And then family, because I know you're a part of me. I'm a part of you. We're doing this together. We got hoodies now, family. All of us. We got hoodies. Wise by Andrea, it's kind of like on that candle. But y'all, let me show you what the bag says. Mental health is a lifestyle. By Andrea Wise Brown. And it's a zip-up hoodie. So you can zip it down, zip it up. I can't really zip it down today because it's all I have on. And then I have it in white too. You can buy it in white too. Wise by Andrea. It's the cutest thing. Mental health is a lifestyle. Come on, family, we have hoodies. So I want you to go and get your hoodie that feels so comfortable. I just love to wear them everywhere. Get your aromatherapy and then get your go-to guide. You're going to go to awisebrown.com. Click on shop. awisebrown.com. Shop to get your goodies. Okay, I'll see you on the other side.
Right. Let me get some instant gratification.
Yes.
Or we go get a new car.
Yes.
Or we go get some new clothes.
Done all
Or we
those.
go, that's right. Instant gratification. But this is what's so good, y'all, is yes, we get it that it's normal, right? However, it doesn't heal you.
No.
And it doesn't bring you long-term happiness.
No.
And that's what we are here to help with.
Yes.
Is quality of life for men specifically and long-term happiness.
Yes.
Because you'll never get it chasing instant gratification.
Yes.
You have to tap into your heart and into your feelings.
Yes. When you said chasing instant gratification.
Come on.
I'm just gonna say chasing something else, but go ahead. I'm sorry. We know how to chase. We don't know how to chase. You call it instant gratification. I appreciate that terminology. I might have used another word.
Well, it's the same thing, right?
That's
Real talk. That's right.
It's a better word. It's better. I'm just acknowledging that your verbiage was better and more appropriate for the podcast.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And so, another thing I wanted to kind of go back to, because this really is a conversation, but this is just a snippet, y'all. This is an introduction to what it is that we are about to do, because we are going to do a 6-week series for men, specifically for men. Now, let me tell y'all something. Women, you can watch it too, because I think that it's going to give you a bird's eye view into the male brain and into the why to some of the behavior that you may see and maybe maladaptive behavior or dysfunctional behavior. But let me tell you something, women. I don't want you in this room. I don't want you watching this if you are going to be judgmental. You're going to have to put your stuff to the side. Yeah, you've been hurt before. Yeah, and we're going to talk about that. We can make an appointment. We can talk. But this is for men, because I feel like there aren't enough spaces for men to heal.
Right.
There aren't enough spaces. And so, by the brand is mental health is a lifestyle. Well, our series, this falls under the men. Mental health is a lifestyle. And this is a safe space for men to heal.
What is great about you doing this podcast is that there's a man out there that's 22, 23 that may be in a place where he can receive it. I might not have been able to receive it when I was 23 to say, how do you feel? Right? I might not have been there, but it's going to be somebody that watches today and that was like, you know what? It's okay that I'm upset about my recent breakup.
That's right.
If you could just accomplish that with one man,
that's
you might be saving marriages.
Come on now.
Multiple marriages.
Come on now.
Because the earlier men can have it resonate that, hey, I have a broken heart.
Yes.
Right? Just that alone would save 10, 15 years of you might not be out of business if you got the psychoanalytical and you use that whole big old word. Start with an M. What was that big old word?
I don't know. Maladaptive. I don't know. What was it? I don't know.
You have to break that. You have to put a thesaurus or something at the bottom in the comments to say, when the listeners, hey, when she use a word that don't nobody know what that is, just put in the comment like, hey, what is that word?
Okay. And you know what? And that's one thing that I feel like what makes me stand out from many other therapists, for me personally, and my clients have told me this, is because sometimes I use French too in my sessions. I ain't gonna use French here, but sometimes I use French here. But I try to have an approach that is easy to understand, that is palatable, that you want to it's easy to take it with you, I just want to add on to, so I agree, I concur. If I say something and you like, come on, Andrea, break that down. Type that in. Come on, Andrea, break that down. And I'm going to read the comments. The next time I'm going to break it down because that's what I'm here for. You, not me. Kind of me too, but you. But I wanted to say, not only men out here who are 23, thank God, we hope that they get it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But men who are 33, men who are 43, men who are 53, there's some mid-age men who also will benefit from what we are doing here. Because if they've lived so long not feeling and identifying feeling and not thinking that there was space for them to express their feeling and be themselves, then they are still emotionally stuck as a 23, 18-year-old male.
Yep.
And that is no judgment and no critique. I just said it because I'm trying to grab you to get you to let you know that this is going to be good for you too.
Yeah. How it's great that you're making the point to say not just the 23-year-old man, the older men, because what happened with me was I got to a place of accomplishment and success, which gave me peace. And in my peace, I started to learn. You might correct me on that, but I don't know what the correct term is.
Don't worry, just talk.
To learn how to feel.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really learn how to feel, right?
Yeah, come on, yeah.
So it wasn't until...
Let me just say this.
Yeah,
this is what I'm going to say. You're right. So when you come out your mama's hoo-ha, it's you and everybody else. Mm-hmm. When you come out, you go to the neonatal unit. All of those babies know how to feel. Mm. We know how to feel when we come out. You got me? We little God bodies. So, everybody has their different personalities. Some try, the temperature in the room is annoying. Like, you know how to feel. You cry when I'm hungry, when I'm not, I know. However, society, parents, the household, you know what I mean? The people around you, the so-called nurturers, and they doing the best that they know how to do. Doesn't mean it's right, but it's the best that they know how to do. They're the ones that teach you that your feelings don't matter. Your feelings aren't important here. Put that up.
Yes.
You know how you go to a restaurant with somebody that has more money and you want to pull your card? That card is not necessary here. It's not needed. Put that up.
Right.
Well, so little boys learn really early that your feelings don't matter here in this world. You put that up. Yes. And then it's perpetuated. And then it bleeds not only into relationships, and I need y'all to get this. It bleeds into men's parenting.
Yes.
Yes. So then it's further it's further perpetuated, because if I feel like being a man or being masculine is not having feelings, if I have a son, I'm going to teach him to do the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? It's perpetuated. Yes. And then, okay, if I don't have feelings because I put him somewhere, how am I going to parent my daughter as a man? How am I going to identify with what it is that she's feeling? How am I going to sit there and hear and not dismiss maybe some of her feelings, not maliciously, you understand, not intentionally, but just because I don't understand and I can't connect to that? Because once I put my feelings to the side, and I told you, young men and boys are walking around with this normative, it's this maladaptive depression.
Yeah.
Anytime you have to put your feelings in a box and not feel, and you're looking at the world, it shows up a lot as anger, but then you're taught that the only thing that you could show is stoicism, this other type of masculinity, be strong and achieve in the workplace. Like that's replaced with feelings. And then you grow up and you're repressing. So now you're walking through the world depressed, not even knowing that you're depressed, and then angry and ready to pop.
Yep. And really you hurt.
You really hurt.
You angry, but you hurt. Or insecurity.
Insecure, you hurt, you dissatisfied. There's so many feelings. But talk about insecurity.
Yeah, I'm blown away because insecurity, is a new word to me. You know, like in terms of just being in touch with it and fully understanding it. Insecurity early on was, was about somebody that's off, or they're insecure. They have a problem. They're just different.
Oh, okay.
Instead of knowing that it's deep seated. And it's something really the normal insecure person doesn't want anyone to know that they have this insecurity. And really, you learn so much. I actually want to go back to how you were talking about when you have a daughter. Like, all men should just be given a daughter. Like, my emotional growth has grown 1,000 times because I have a daughter.
Oh, that's good.
And I remember when my daughter was 7, and we were having a conversation about something, and she started crying, and I was like, "Why are you crying?" And my 7-year-old daughter, she's 8 now, but my 7-year-old daughter said to me, she said, "Daddy, I can't control it. I'm upset." And that really knocked me out my feet. I was like, "Whoa, like really?" Like that, like she was that in touch with her emotions at 7. Where, like you said, some men that's 33, 43, 53 would fight it and hold it and say, "I can't cry. I can't feel. I can't express." Right? And that's how that insecurity kind of develops. When you really want to share something with someone, but you feel that you have to hold it and block it. My 7-year-old daughter, like, "I'm not holding it in, Daddy. I'm crying because you told me to put my shoes away. And I ain't like your tone." Something simple and easy. I was like, I didn't discipline you. I didn't punish you. And she was like, "I didn't like your tone, and it hurt."
Ooh, it was your voice.
Just
and
your voice.
And you know what the feeling was? I'm assuming, I've never met her, but she didn't want to disappoint you.
Yes.
So the fact that she felt like you were disappointed, she wanted to be better, and it hurt her feelings that she felt like you were hurt.
And she can go from expressing herself and expressing that she didn't want to disappoint me.
Yes.
She can connect all those dots where men are struggling with that.
Absolutely.
We never connect any dot all the way back to how it originated or what to do about it.
Oh, that's so good. And it's because it was shut off as a child. There was no space for that, right?
Yes.
You just I mean, you are also clear now. So you would also do that with your son.
Yes.
But let's just say another man in a situation, or before you had this clarity, you'd give her space to hear that and have the aha. But if it were your son and he was sitting there crying because you told him, you'd be like, "Boy, if you don't
get up."
And,
yes, I struggle with it still as a man with a boy.
Oh, that's so good.
Right. I still, every time something happens with my son where I feel like maybe he should be emotional, I'm always trying to juggle and balance. Like, am I being tough, or am I? Because I don't want him to be like me. That's difficult for men to say. That's a humility statement. Like, I don't want him to be like me emotionally.
Come on.
When he is a young adult. I want him to be more in sync. Maybe he'll be better at relationships and marriage and parenting because he's more free to be emotional. And that's the balance of man and woman. So sometimes my wife, I feel like, is pulling them to be too emotional, but then sometimes I'm pulling them to be too tough. And my prayer to God is that it balances out.
Yeah.
Because there's no perfect way to do it, right?
And it's no perfect way and no perfect people. And so we will
Right.
all have missteps forever, even after doing this, right?
Yes.
But it's really about doing the work. And let me tell you where the answer is. It's in your awareness.
Yes.
The fact that you are aware of what your influence and what he's going through and what your wife's doing and the awareness and the
Yes.
conversation and communication between the two of you, you're going to get it right.
Yes, like he had a little girlfriend. He broke up with his little girlfriend.
Okay.
My initial response was, "You gonna have 72, 73 more girlfriends." Right? 80, 85. Like, I mean, this year. Like, what do you... But my wife was like, "Wait a minute. He's upset." And so then it kicks in. Oh, wait. Don't be like that other dude. Sit down. Talk to him. Let him know, let him talk and express. And just ask open-ended questions.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What do you need?
Yeah.
What did you learn?
Yeah.
Just start going through that process of having him be in tap with what he needs or what he needs to say, instead of me talking at him about how to feel. And that's the mistake that men are making today. Is they're just telling their boys how to feel.
Oh, that's super.
Instead of allowing them to explore their feelings.
Oh, that's so good. Yes. Yeah, because then that's true to them. Right.
Let them explore. Let them, how do you feel?
It's good.
And balancing it. Like, and I can't even, I'll be good for a couple, 10, 15 minutes. And then I slide back over to, man, you got 17 girlfriends. You're going to be all right. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? It's so,
but look, no, but I like it, Stephen, because listen, but you can do both, right? Yeah. You can do both. So you can say, okay, son, I know that you don't get this right now, right? You don't see this, but I already know you're strong, you're smart, you know what I'm saying? All those things. And so you're going to have many girlfriends. Yes. However, right now, how are you feeling?
Yes, how are you feeling?
Come on now.
And just take your time.
Take your time.
Just walk through it. How upset are you?
Come on.
Do you feel like you could have done something different?
There you go.
Do you feel like there was a misunderstanding or miscommunication?
Yes.
You know, just those things of walking through and talking and using words instead of just like, you'll be fine.
Yes. I love it. Okay, so so I think that is a great introduction to what it is that we are going to be doing, because the name of our series is right.
Drum roll, some kind of
right, but it's I'm hungry, and where we get that from? You.
Let's do it.
Because remember, like you just said here, you reiterated that when we had our first talk, when you went to the therapist, and she said, how do you feel? And
that's where you got it from? I totally missed that.
See what the difference between a woman and a man. You see that?
I still didn't get it until right here. I was like, all right, that's what Andrea won't talk about.
Look, and you even said it again right here. You go, and so you tell the story again about the therapist, and I'm hungry. Right? Because I wanted a sandwich, but you were really hungry for something else. Yes. And there are so many men out there who are hungry for something else. You already ate.
Tell them again they already ate. It's not food no more.
It's not food. And it's time. Like, it is time for change. And God has really called me to do this. Like, I feel it. And guess what? God didn't call me to do it by myself. He said, ask Stephen to do this with you, because he's the guy. He the one. And so
I did not know that's where you got it from. I'm sitting there tripping like, I just like, that should be a cool title, Andrea. I'm hungry. Okay.
Y'all, and this is so funny. Look, and I actually sent him an email when I asked you to come on, and I go, okay, listen, we're going to do this series for men. We're going to empower men, because if we empower men, we empower their relationships. We empower their relationships with their children, with their family, with their romantic relationship. Like, this is it. Like, men need it, and the time is now. And you were like, yes. And I was like, and the name of it is I'm Hungry. The emotional instability of men. And I took that from your book, right? Because that's the thing, right? Men don't heal, we hope. Well, no, now it's time to heal. Yes, they can heal. And you said that at the end of the podcast, and I help men heal all the time, and we're going to do it together. So that's where I'm Hungry came from.
I'm blown away, sitting there. I ain't connect those dots at all.
That's okay. But listen, then we're going to say this, and we're going to end it. So now we're going to talk about, our series is going to be what? I'm hungry for love. And we're going to go deep. I'm hungry for happiness. And we're going to go deep. I'm hungry for financial stability or finances, right? Yes. And we're going to go deep.
Yes.
And then we are going to explore the emotional instability of men.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it another I'm hungry? Come on.
Spirituality.
There you go. And I'm hungry for spirituality.
And then learning how they're different. Right? Those are different
needs.
Right. And so what we're going to do is I'm hungry, and I'm not just hungry for food.
Yes.
And when I'm hungry for food, I solve that problem with food.
Yes.
But when I'm hungry for love, what am I going to do?
We're going to teach him.
Right.
We're going to teach him.
When I'm hungry for spirituality, that's different. When I'm hungry for financial success, that's different. These things are different. So teaching men where are you, right? Wait, maybe it's one episode that a man is like, oh, okay, I got that covered. But this one I need my be in touch with my spirituality. I need to be in touch with my I'm hungry for sex.
Oh, that was good. That's right.
Right.
Yes.
Talking a bit about what you should be doing if you're married, single, what are you doing? How do you not get trapped in some pornography or something like
so
that?
Good.
Like those things that you're going to go through as men.
Yeah.
And just saying to yourself, hey, when you say to yourself, I'm missing something or I'm hungry, don't just think it's food. Don't just think it's women.
Yes. Oh, that's so good, right? Yeah, because we're going to address those, remember, coping strategies that you learn. Maladaptive, right? COVID, dysfunctional. Dysfunctional. Is dysfunctional good? Like, okay,
dysfunctional
it's not
good.
so
but we like
functional.
new words. Educate us, but say what the word means. You got people turning off the podcast because they can't understand the terminology.
Okay.
Maladaptive.
Okay, but everybody knows what dysfunctional is, right? When something's dysfunctional. So we're going to curb.
No, we want you to use the big words, but tell us what they mean.
Okay,
so we can learn.
So you know what I'll have? I'm gonna have them to edit little definitions when I say little words. Because that's
slide it in.
So that you got me. That's right, because I want you to get me.
Somebody gonna appreciate it for real.
Right. Well, and you know why I don't want to say bad and good and bad and good, because things just are. You know what I'm saying? And I understand in the world there is some bad and good. But I think that when you do that and you label that, and then a person does that, then they start to feel like they're bad. And you don't grow from feeling like you're a bad person or you do bad things. You just don't grow from that, because shame comes upon you and shame binds you. So we're just talking about behaviors, and we're talking about behaviors that are not adaptive. They're not healthy. So they're maladaptive behaviors. And that's what we're curbing, maladaptive coping skills. So instead of talking about our feelings and processing, because we're going to teach you how to do those things and to communicate and to feel and to let you know that it is okay, my brother, to feel. And you have to be around people who create the space for you to feel and to be honest about your feelings. And I know for some of you right now, you thinking, ooh, you got that thing in your stomach. My woman ain't gonna let me, my mother or my, I can't feel my friends. We're gonna teach you, because guess what? Maybe you need to widen the gap at bringing some more people in. Got me, who are healthy, who give you the space.
Get the maladaptive people out your life. Get them out of your life. They're maladaptive. Right now in the comments, just write down which one of your friends are maladaptive and get them out of your life right now. That's why we got to learn new words. Then we can use them. You know how we do. We learn one word. You just say it one time. I'm going to tell you every day this week, I'm going to tell somebody they're maladaptive. And act like I'd have known that word my whole life. You know how we do.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Okay, so I'm hoping that you come back mid. And remember, women, if you come into this room, this is a safe space for men. Close your mouth, because this is not about you. However, it's going to affect you long term in a positive way. It will affect you positively for the long term. But you don't have to close your mouth. You want to make an appointment with me? Make the appointment with me. We can work through your stuff. And men, this is not a dump on you and say all women are right, because they're not. They have to heal too. But for me, I feel like there's enough brunches. There's enough women's lunches. There's enough empowerment women's weekends out there. Who's going to help the men? And not just a whole bunch of men that get together and just pound and a speaker. And then, no, I want to do some work. And yeah, I want to do it with you.
Let's do it.
For you. Okay, all right, good. Okay, y'all. So we want to see you back here. Please, it is 2024, and we want to see you back here every week for the next 6 weeks. So this is the introduction, and then we have 6 sessions after that, 6 podcasts after that, and they are just for men. It is a safe space for men to heal. Please join us again on the Mental Health is a Lifestyle podcast with your girl, Andrea Wise Brown, and Mr.
Stephen James Dixon.
Yes, Stephen James Dixon. All right, my brother.